So in this video we are going to talk about the Jamair company question, and the question first requirement is 299. The dash perspective consider whether the management in Jamair meets the expectation of its shareholder and how it creates a value for them. So which of the following word is missing from the above statement? So basically we know the balance score card measure the performance of the whether it's not for profit organization or for the profit organization. So it measured the performance, both of them, both financially as well as non-financially from the four perspective. And the first one is financial perspective, and second one is your customer satisfaction, third one is internal business perspective, and last one is learning and growth. So and one of the statement from this perspective has given, and the question is asking among those four which is defining by the above statement. So basically let's read out it once again. The dash perspective consider whether the management in Jammer meets the expectation of its shareholder and how it creates value for them. So basically this is all about what the financial perspective of the balance scorecard explain. Okay, so if this is about the financial perspective which measure the how to create a value for the shareholder. So it measures the performance of the organization financially. Then comes the customer satisfaction. It's about how existing as well as new customers see the organizations. So it's all about quality, the customer satisfactions, okay, repeated customers, new customers. These all are the perspective or KPI through which we can measure the performance of the how much our customer has been satisfied with our product. Then comes the internal business perspective, where business consider the process in which the business should excel. Okay, and the last innovation and learning. It consider it's all about the organization capability to develop a new product or make a changes in its existing one. Okay, so next, the following performance measure has been suggested for Jammer. Okay, improve on the time arrival ranking of 7th best in the country aviation authority ratings. To which perspective of the balance scorecard does it meaning measure belong? Without reading the scenario, you can just identify these things like this is all about Jammer is airline company, right? So Jammer is one of the growing number of low cost airlines in the country of Shania, and Jammer's strategy is to operate as low cost high efficiency airlines. So be careful when the company mission or vision statement has been provided. It's very careful. I mean it's very important, especially for the section C1. The airline was given an on time arrival ranking of 7th best by the country aviation authority, which rank of all 50 of the country's airline based on the number of flights which arrive on time at their destinations. The average ground turn around time for the airlines in China is 50 minutes, meaning that on the average planes are on the ground for cleaning, refueling, etc. for 15 minutes before departing again. The number of passengers carried by the airline has grown from 300,000 passengers on the total of the 3428 flight in 2007 to 920,000 passengers on 760 flight in 2013. The overall growth of the airline has been helped by the limited route license policy of the Sania government, which has given a Jammer almost monopoly status on some of its routes. However, government is now set to change this policy with almost immediate effect, and it has become more important than ever to monitor performance effectively. So what the sentence was, to improve on the on time arrival. So on time arrival, it's not something related to the innovation or learning perspective, right? So we can omit this option. And even we talk about the financial perspective, it should be the item which we include in the financial statement. So on time arrival, we want to consider this item anywhere in the financial statement, like statement of financial positions, statement of cash flow, statement of profit or loss, or disclosure note or equity statement. So you don't find the on time arrival in any kind of this statement, right? So we can omit these two option. Okay, so now we have remaining the customer perspective and the internal business perspective. So reading the scenario, the word these here is the airline was given on time arrival ranking by the 7th best of the country aviation authority. So internal perspective, if we choose internal business perspective, it's all about the how the business excel in the process, or it's all about the efficiency of the organizations. And taking the customer perspective, it considered how the existing as well as new customer look the organization. So reading the sentence above, it indicates the how the organization has been looked by the public or the people around. So that's why customer perspective. So this customer perspective of the balance scorecard that this measure belong. Okay, so you can identify the answer like this also. So moving ahead, to which perspective of the balance scorecard does this objective belong? The following performance objective has been suggested for the jammer: improve the turnaround time on the ground. So reading the sentence above, the turnaround, the average ground turnaround for the airlines in China is 15 minutes, and meaning that on the average plane are on the ground for cleaning, refueling, etc for 50 minutes before departing again. So reading this sentence, you can just analyze that this is all about the internal process of the business, right? So you can go for the internal business perspective. Again, this is not all about the how the customer say, and it's not related to the innovation and learning as well. So and neither it's a item where we can which we can find in the financial statement. So it's not also related to the financial perspective. Okay, so here we go for the next question. Okay, so to the following performance objective has been suggested for the following performance objective has been suggested for the jammer: increase seat revenue per plane. To which perspective of the balance scorecard does this objective belong? Okay, so revenue you can find in the financial statement, so you can clearly identify this is all about the financial perspective. Okay, just a second. Okay, so this is not something related to the customer perspective. If the question has told the how much the revenue has been increased in the overall as compared to the total revenue of new customer, in that case it would be the customer perspective. But it's all about talking the increase in the set revenue per the plane, so this is all about our financial perspective. Okay, are the following statement about jammer performance measurement system true or false? Okay, when the performance is not quantified, it is difficult to target and monitor. Obviously, when in balance scorecard you can find the four perspective, out of which three measure the non-financial performance of the organization. So it is quite difficult to find out the KPI for the respective perspective. So it's very difficult to quantify, so this is true. And the next, Jammer company is more likely to have a reliable and comprehensive system for collecting data about the qualitative aspect of the performance than the well-established system of measuring the quantitative data. So basically this sentence is talking about the vice versa. It means the sentence should be like this: uh, Jammer is more likely to have a reliable and or comprehensive system for collecting data about quantity aspect, but it told about the qualitative. It's quite difficult to measure the qualitative performance of the organization, so this statement is false. Okay, so in next video we will do for the stickle pack company, so typically stay tuned with my channel.